Hey everyone, Squee here. How you doing? Bear with me. I'm a little tired. I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to get this out tonight because, you deserve it. This is an update slash announcement kind of thing. Though from the title, it's pretty apparent kind of what the announcement is. First and foremost, the update. So, a lot of things people are asking, how is Destiny going? Is the roleplay going? It's progressing. It's progressing slowly, but it is progressing. I've started filming on it. I've started editing on it. I'm just taking my time to try and make it good, and it takes some effort. So it's coming, and I'm working on it, but it's still a little ways off before we see it. But it's going pretty well, I think, overall. Also, you've noticed that there have been episodes of Shadows of Mordor and Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm going up. Those have been kind of done during my Monday streams, as Monday streams have kind of been just people vote on what to play, and I just kind of relax and play whatever. So that's kind of how it is. And of course, Witcher 3 keeps going on every other day, which I'm thoroughly enjoying still. And that's kind of how it is. So I had a vacation recently, so I was able to get a lot more recording in, which is why you've seen a pickup in content. And I feel a little bit more energized. So I've been waffling about on what to actually do on Monday streams, because I'm not just going to keep flipping back and forth and all that. I want to pick something. And I think I've decided that I want to do another series of XCOM 2, because this is so much fun, because they're great fun to play, and they're interactive, because you guys, the community, get to take part in it, and it's really tense and really fun. And more importantly, my interest has been rekindled in the game because of the new DLC. Now, I know a lot of people were thinking that I was going to announce the Long War 2 mod, and I'm not going to be playing XCOM 2 Long War, mainly because I've tried it out, I've played it a bit, and it's got some great ideas in it, and it's got some great ideas that I thought were fun on paper, but once I started playing them, it wasn't as fun as I thought. And I can go into great lengths on that later, but this isn't really the place. The point is, Long War, not really my cup of tea per se, but this new DLC, The War of the Chosen, I've been looking a lot into it and watching gameplay of it. Oh, this gets me excited to do XCOM again. Now, I know what some of you are saying, but Squee, you haven't technically finished the last roleplay of XCOM 2. That's true. I am like halfway through the last mission, and man, I got sidetracked for a long time. But I will finish it. Sometime in the next week or two, I will stream the rest of that mission. I've technically never played the rest of it, so it'll still be kind of blind, and we'll finish up that series and kind of give a send-off to all the soldiers that survived. I promise we'll do that in the next few weeks so that we can get that done. But I want to do things a little differently. So in the past, when we've done XCOM role plays, I've had everyone who wants to submit a character they make themselves, and in the forums they get to role play as that character. They kind of determine that character's background and how that character feels about things, and they roleplay them. You know what a roleplay is. And it was a lot of fun. It was great, but there were some very inherent problems in it. To list a few, one is I'd have 80, 90, 120 people submit characters, and of course, realistically, I'm going to use 15 to 20 on a regular basis, if that. The way XCOM is structured and designed, I try to use as many people as I can, but really at the end of the day, you fall back on a good 15 or so that are your main force. And everyone else, either their characters weren't in there at all, or sometimes even worse, the character was in there and never used, because if I'm mid to late game and your character is a rookie, I really have trouble using you. And so that was a big disappointment to a lot of players. And then on top of that, you would also have the idea that the role players would have no one to roleplay with, or probably few people, because there would be great interest at the start, and then people who were role-playing characters would drop out over time because life, and then I'd be having a soldier on the roster who no one's role-playing anymore, and no one's really developing the story anymore. And then you have people on the forums who have very few people to roleplay with because the interest is kind of not dropped, but changed. The people who want to be involved have changed, and the new people can't be involved because all the slots are already taken. So I want to try this a separate way, a different way. I have opened up, or actually made 2 new channels in the SciLP Discord chat. Burnrader actually was kind enough to make the channels for me, but there are 2 XCOM channels. And one's called X-com Barracks. What I want to try this time is I want everyone who's interested in characters so maybe I should explain if you don't know anything about XCOM. The whole point of XCOM is a tactical strategy game where you use soldiers who level up and get stronger and also can permanently die, and they have an amazing amount of customization. And more importantly, with this new DLC, Firaxis has gone out of the way to even make the stories even better. They've really added some things to help create lasting memories with these soldiers that you grow attached to. Before, people would make a soldier and they would roleplay them if that soldier got into the game. What I want to do this time is try something different. Everyone who's interested in taking part and being a part of this experience and making the story, I want you to go to the Discord channel, and with me and the other members of the community, I want to make around 20 to 30 characters or so collectively as a community. Hey, I think this would be a great character with this backstory, and what do you guys think? And maybe you change a little bit, and what do they look like, and what's their story, and then we make those characters, and then as a community you make a roster of characters that I will then use in the game instead of submitting them individually. And the reason for this is because it hopefully will eliminate a lot of the problems. Your character wasn't chosen? Well, you had a vested interest in many of the characters, so at least some of the characters that you helped create will be in there. Or if their interest drops, if someone who helped make a character no longer wants to be part of the Let's Play, that's fine. New people can come in and help continue the story. I like the idea of the community helping to shape the story of these soldiers, not just one person. So if a soldier goes through something that gives them that is a cool, awesome mission, or they got really wounded, the community can kind of get together and say, okay, what direction should the soldier go in? Should their backstory be tragic now? Should there be something? And the community can kind of come to a consensus on what they want for that soldier. Help write the story of these soldiers. And that way, if some people leave and new people come, the new people can take part instead of just having missed the train at the beginning so they can't take part. It also helps the idea that, we're going to make 20, 30 characters, but really we're not going to use all of them, and we won't feel bad about that, because at least some characters that you had a hand in will be a part of the series. I hope, anyway. That's the idea. That's the thought. So that's the first room, is the XCOM Barracks, and I invite you guys to go tonight now and start putting your heads together and making characters. If anyone has XCOM 2, there's a really neat feature where you can make characters and then save them as a bin. I will direct you to a link of Christopher Odd, another great Let's Player who has a video tutorial on this. You can save it as a file, give me that file, and I can import it directly into the game. You can help everyone in the community make these characters. And, this will require cooperation. This will require some people to compromise. Like, maybe you had a really cool idea for this character and the community liked the idea, but they wanted to change it this way or that way. You're going to have to understand and work with them. But I think this might solve a lot of issues with the inherent in the roleplay. And everyone's going to get to take part. Everyone will get to help write the stories of these soldiers as they go along. We're going to try that out. Maybe it won't work. We'll see. Maybe we'll go back to the old way, but we'll see how this works. And then the other room is the other thing to be excited for, that it's going to give you more to say and more interactive capabilities in this new XCOM, is the XCom Headquarters. I want to have the community help me play the game in certain ways. So what I want to do is have everyone go to the XCOM Headquarters and talk strategy. What research should be focused on? What buildings should be built? What soldiers should bond together to become better allies? What squad makeup should there be? When we're on the map, should we focus on getting scientists or engineers or resources? Or what special bonuses do we want to activate? What do we want to focus on? You know, all that stuff I'd like you guys to debate and discuss. And then once a month, in-game months, not real months, but in every month in-game, I'll put up a survey and have everyone kind of vote on what they want, what direction they think XCOM should take for that month. And they won't just be choose one. I'm going to have a, like, you know, here's 5 options and rate them of importance 1 to 5, so that you can choose what research you think is most important, then after that what you think is next most important, and kind of down the list. And then I'll take all the results and I will do my best to follow those results, with of course the right to adapt and make changes as needed when new information becomes available. Obviously, you know, sometimes things happen and we have to adjust, and I would have to do that. But I like this idea of having you guys as the community help to chart the course of XCOM, not only in the stories of the soldiers, but also in the strategy that XCOM employs. Obviously, I'll still have full control over the missions themselves, and I'll have final say over what powers soldiers get, but I'll very, very strongly listen to what you guys think a soldier should have and what do you think will work well, more so than I have in the past. And I'm still working out all the details of how this is going to go down and how this is going to happen. And it's not going to start immediately. It's going to be several weeks off. I'm planning on this being my Monday night streams. But for the next few weeks at least, I'm probably still going to be doing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 because I really want to play that game and get it out of the way. Plus, the new DLC doesn't technically come out till later this week. And I want to give it a few weeks to, you know, simmer down and make sure its bugs are worked out and see if anyone comes up with something interesting from mod wise for it, and give you guys time to make 20-30 characters that are really cool, interesting characters to make. So more information can be asked of me in those Discord channels. I think that I'm going to forego the squad system this time to give us more flexibility, because I noticed a lot in the old systems. Like, I tried to make squads and it wouldn't work well because too many people would be injured and I'd have to mix and match from this squad and that squad. And I think might be better just to have a roster and pick what I need for each mission. But I think this is a great way to get more people involved and to get rid of a lot of the disappointment. God, my soldier wasn't picked. Well, you know what? Now you can have a hand in making all of the soldiers. So there's no way that some of your creative mindset won't make its way into the game. And even if you weren't there to help make the soldiers, you can help be a part of shaping their narrative. And I think that's a great way to look at it. We'll see. We'll see. And we're going to have to work some things out, like how exactly we cooperate as a community, if there's a vote every time, or if you guys just come to a consensus. And I think in the game, what I'm going to do is in the actual Let's Play, I'm going to do journals of the commander that kind of go over some of these things. So like if you guys as a community come up with this really cool trait for the soldier, or maybe these two soldiers start a relationship or a friendship or something, in the video, I will highlight these things to bring to light what the community has made, to help make this Let's Play very story-driven so that the viewers connect and care about the soldiers in XCOM. I think that the game itself has gotten an amazing facelift that makes it way more fun to play, and I think that you guys could make it way more awesome to watch and get people way more invested in what happens. So I've been rambling on long enough. That's that. Like I said, it's going to be a few weeks at least. Things are moving a little bit slowly. Destiny is going through. I've got about 3 or 4 episodes getting edited right now. I don't know when they're going to start going up. It's still kind of up in the air, but progress is being made. And we're going to keep pushing forward. Fallout 4, I know people are asking about that. When's that coming back? Still not going to be for a while. I'm not forgetting about it. This is not going to become a Skyrim thing. But I want to focus on Destiny for my roleplay thing for now. And XCOM 2, I think, will be a lot of fun. War of the Chosen. Go check it out if you haven't. In fact, that Christopher Odd, the guy who I'm going to direct you to the video later on, I'll put his channel or the playlist link in the description below. It's pretty bananas what they've added to the game. So So real quick before I end the video, if you want to take part in XCOM and making characters and strategizing, look at the description below. Not only will you see a link to Christopher Odd's early playthrough of the War of the Chosen, so you can get an idea of what we're in for if you want, only if you want to be spoiled a little bit. But it also gives you links to the Discord room, so you can get in there and start getting to work now. I'll try and check it every day, and we'll get this knocked out. Yeah. All right, this has been almost 15 minutes. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to sleep. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing what you say in Discord. And I will see you later. Bye bye.